Hello everyone and welcome back to more Going Local here with Inter Milan, where we've got a short one today. Only one game because England just beat Germany and I'm not going to get over that for a while. Yeah, that was good. What's been good as well? Well, us kind of slightly inconsistent, but you can see the Serie A table there. We're in third. We are sort of certainly in the mix for the title, but it's been not quite perfect. We've had a bit of luck, though, in terms of what the other teams have been doing to Juventus. Obviously, last times, well, it was bad, wasn't it? I've gotten over it now after what's happened in real life. But since then, well, 4 great performances, 1 not so great performance. So 1-0 win against Frosinone, Lukaku with a goal from open play, which was good to see. A fantastic 3-1 win against Atalanta to back that up. Really good performance. We went down inside 4 minutes, but Chukwueze and then 2 goals from Pasquini, who's come in place of Fabian and done very, very well, scoring in that one to give us a fantastic win. And then a 1-0 win against Udinese. Chukwueze with another goal there. Pasquini scored again, but unfortunately somehow we lost to Spal, former player from Celtic, Oliver Ncham, with their first goal. It wasn't really a penalty, but you know what, it was given. They got a late winner. Very poor performance overall from us, to be honest, not great. But there we go. But we followed up with a fantastic 3-0 win away at Fiorentina. Sutil scoring against his former club. Pasquini again with a goal, and Lukaku as well. And as said, Juventus have had a bit of a slip up in some of the games. They followed up beating us by losing to Napoli 1-0. Grassi scoring against them as well. So not just us, but Napoli are able to perform against. And then they dropped points against Atalanta as well, a 2-2 draw there, which has been good. Obviously, covering up for our own poor performances in certain games, it means they are not too far away. 4 points behind. It's obviously not ideal, but it's okay. Roma are 1 point ahead of us, but they have played a game more. So yeah, we're definitely in the conversation, certainly for Champions League qualification, which in this first season is the most important thing. That's what the board want and expect. It's what I've promised a few players. Not anyone that I'm particularly bothered about. Lorino and Manzella, our backup right back and backup defensive midfielder, the way dynamics work in the game this year make no sense. Both of them came to complain that they weren't playing first team football. I got Lukaku and Bastoni to talk to them and they got over it. They then came to complain that they weren't good enough to be regular starters. So like, okay, right. But then the way to then persuade them to stay was to promise them that we'd qualify for Europe. So like they said, they want to leave because they're not playing enough football. But then, oh, actually, no, I want to leave because I don't think we're good enough to go. We're not in Europe. It makes no sense. The way dynamics seem to be programmed this year, it's not very well. Not very well. But anyway, just the one game against Verona. I would like to leave Verona with 3 points if we can. We are taking 11 gentlemen to Verona, and let's hope we can come back with all 3 points. So the team for this one then looking like this. Bajic is in goal. He's not been convincing, but he will be playing there today. Ruggieri's improved a little bit. Bastoni as well. Bakula and Hakimi have been pretty solid. Benatia still the star man, controlling the games so far. Ranch is going to be playing ahead of him. Bentancur was suspended for the previous game and he's got a little bit of a knock for this one. I'm not going to risk him, but I think I will put him on the bench. We probably should be rotating a bit more, but you know, we're rotating enough. So Till is going to be starting ahead of Moise Kean, whose form has been awful recently. Chukwueze on the right hand side, and Lukaku, he's obviously declining. I'm not going to be renewing his contract, but you know, he's got a little bit of life in him yet. He's got 5 goals, which isn't bad. Right, a few familiar faces in the Hellas Verona team, not least Dominic Solanke, one of the stars of the Norwich City save up front. So he will obviously get a hat-trick today. Obviously much maligned in real life, but in that save, after sort of some initial disappointment, became an absolutely, like, sort of probably the cult hero of the save towards the end. But I want 3 points. Benatia with a free kick in. Bakula heads over. Not his best work, but a good positive start. What I will say about Serie A so far, obviously we've been victim to it ourselves, but very competitive. Very, very competitive. Napoli, Milan, Lazio, Roma, ourselves, Juventus, some of the other teams further down as well. a lot of teams taking points off each other when they're playing. There's some very evenly matched sides here, which is kind of what I thought would be the case. It's not just a one-horse race, or at least not so far. Corner for them, and this is what I mean. There you go. Literally predicted that one, didn't we? Anyone can score against anyone. We're at home, and Dominic Solanke obviously is the goal scorer. Look, I mean, you were great in the Norwich save, but I don't need you to do that here, thank you. That's not allowed. This was supposed to be an easy 3 points. Chukwueze free kick, Bakula again. That's the only chance we've had. We've had the same chance twice. He's done the same thing twice. That was awful. Absolutely dreadful. Why is it that just... are we just allergic to recording with Milan? Lukaku's in. He's kept it alive. Chukwueze just drags it across the face of goal. No one's there. We've gone attacking for the second half. Some changes will be being made at some point. I think Lukaku off is the first one to make. Maras can come on, or actually, we'll put Moise Kean up front for now. This is really good. The time is disappearing already. I mean, what is this? What is this? I was happy. Now I'm angry. What are we doing? Our form since last time has been pretty good. It really has. Just as it was before last time. Do they know when the recording software is running and they're just like, you know what, actually, we'll be bad now? What are we doing? We haven't created anything at all. Sotil is having a terrible game. We'll move Keane over. We'll bring Maras on. I don't even know who else to take off. Pasquini's not playing well. I guess we bring on Fabian. Did we go with Bentancur? I guess we go with Bentancur. He's got a little bit of an injury, but it's nothing major. Are we going to do anything at all? What are you doing? Like, they're not even playing massively defensively. They're matching us in terms of shape. Why are we doing nothing? Right, finally something. It's another free kick though. Chukwueze swings it in, and this time Bakula does score. It's an own goal off the goalkeeper, I think, or maybe the centre back. Yeah, one of the centre backs, or just I don't know, the centre back, whoever, the guy that's there. We're 81 minutes in, and Bakula is the only person who has made any sort of effort on goal. He's a centre back. What are all the forward players doing? I mean, at least a draw is, I guess, something. But a home game against a mid-table side, this is poor, very poor indeed. But I mean, I said it was competitive. I said anyone could take points off anyone, and that is clearly the case so far in our season. There you go. You're all coming into training. It's not acceptable to drop points in any situation like that, but it's absolutely unacceptable to play that badly from a defensive point of view. The defenders have done well. From a defensive point of view, I should say, nothing being created at all, apart from 3 free kicks. That's our only highlights. And yeah, we go back into second place. Lazio could go above us. Milan could go above us. Juventus could stretch further away. So yeah, awful. I mean, it's our first draw of the season, but yeah, after what was a fantastic, flawless start, massively inconsistent. We get a bit of form and then we throw it away. This was a fantastic result, and then we've thrown it away for a frankly inexplicable performance. I mean, again, Bajic at fault again. I sincerely regret not selling him. He has been absolutely awful this season. Let's criticise his form. Awful. He thinks he's played well. I very much disagree. Absolutely. Well, yeah, you are for sale as far as I'm concerned. If Man United bid for him a bit earlier, he would no longer be here. And well, next summer he may well not be. But there we go. I mean, that wasn't a very action-packed game. In fact, it was no action at all, and it's going to be an extremely short episode. So I think actually the Brescia game's not too far away. Let's play Brescia as well. It won't take that long. And also Brescia, the final club of Paul Pogba in the save. He left Man United and joined Southampton, which somehow I don't think is going to happen in real life. He's now a manager. He's been given the Nice job at the age of 36. So yeah, we're into that phase of the game. Right, I'm going to bring Maras in up front ahead of Lukaku. A bit more sort of pace about him. Left wing is an issue. I mean, why? I know it's often to do with set pieces, but when you think back in this save, this is a problem we have in the Norwich save, but like Depay, outstanding. The guys at Celtic, outstanding as well. Even last season it wasn't this bad. But Sotil's not been great, and Moise Kean started off brilliantly, but his form has fallen off massively. I'm going to bring Kean back in, give him another chance. Otherwise, no changes. Actually, we will bring in Bentancur back in for ranks, although Bentancur's recent form is very poor as well. I think we'll stick with ranks actually. Yeah. Right, the defence is doing well. Midfield's okay. It's just it's the forward areas. In fact, you know what? I'm changing my mind. Sotil starts. Kean can come off the bench if need be. And of course, they have got a former Inter Milan striker in form of Andrea Pinamonti up front, a player who I considered signing in the summer, who may well end up being Lukaku's replacement, largely because he's the best Italian striker that actually would want to join, I would think. Can this be what the Verona game was supposed to be, which is a win? You know, we want to win. Winning is good, no matter how you do it. Right, corner from Benassia, swinging it in. It's cleared away, but Chukwueze's there to it. Can we get ourselves a nice little goal? A nice little lead, that'll be good. Chukwueze has it again, whips it in. Sotil can't get there. Moras back to Benassia. Who's going to take this on? We're just going backwards. That's not what we want to see. I mean, how was that a key highlight? Nothing even happened. Benassia again, this time cleared away, this time knocked on by Brescia, but we retain possession. They're looking very, very defensive here. We need to see if we can find an early way through. Now we're trying to work it out to the right-hand side. Vranks has found Chukwueze. He could be the key today. Back to Vranks. Slips into Sotil, and Sotil justifies his selection. Last minute return to the side in place of Moise Kean. He's got the goal. Good, simple pass through. Sotil stays on side. That's exactly what we want to see. Coming forward again with purpose, looking for Chukwueze. It's cleared away by Rufo, but only as far as Hakimi. We should be absolutely bulldozering, but Brescia here. If bulldozering is a word, Hakimi cross in. Sotil's there. Yeah, definitely the right choice. Good work from Hakimi, driving to the byline. Sotil, poor from the goalkeeper. 2-0. Free kick from Benassia, looking to whip it in. It's a good save from Plazari. At the start of the second half, nothing else happened in the first, although I've taken off Chukwueze. He had a little bit of a minor injury, so I don't want to risk him at all as Bastoni goes close. He scored our first goal of the season, first goal of our spell at the club from a corner, basically our first highlight, and he's not scored one since. Looking to come forwards against Sotil, of course, on a hat-trick. Vranks finds him. Can he get it? He can't. I thought that was nailed on. Potential chance again for him, though, on the ball. He's quite far wide. Feeds Maras. Maras whips it in. Orsolini gets his first goal for the club off the bench. Hasn't played much so far, given how well Chukwueze's done, but, well, we know his quality. Good ball across from Sotil. Maras unlucky. Orsolini finds the angle. 3-0 and surely 3 points. There we go. That's the dominant display I was hoping for in the first game. 3-0 win. Really good. That's what we want to see. We go level on points with Juventus at the top of the table, but they've got 2 games in hand, so it means nothing. It means nothing. But you know what? As disappointing as the Verona game was, we're still in the conversation. And that is going to be that for today. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you subscribe as well. And I will see you next time for, well, it's got to be the Italian Cup first round against Ascoli, and then the Super Cup final against Juventus. Can we get a bit of revenge after our pretty heavy-handed defeat last time?